In recent years, a plethora of original and unique restaurants have opened their doors here in Burlington. I caught up with Selectman Mike Runyon and Burlington Chamber of Commerce President Rick Parker to learn more.
So in coming to the suburbs, we're seeing areas like this where there's a mixed use, and the restaurants seem to be the first ones to come in that really bring the draw to the area, and also provide many opportunities for the employees and, luckily, the residents as well.
Of course, the big question, has the wave of restaurants brought along in its wake new business to Burlington?
But developers had told us that if the town provides these type of amenities, that the employment opportunities would soon follow. And as it turns out, that has been the case. If you build it, they will come. We have an agreement with Millipore, for example. Okay, we got them to come over here from Bill Ricker, bringing over 400 jobs with them. They're going to occupy some 325,000 square feet of new construction on the other side of Middlesex Turnpike. Microsoft just transferred several hundred employees from Cambridge here to Burlington, and the amenities that Burlington provides has a lot to do with that decision making.
While the additional restaurants bring a variety of good food and new business to the town, there are still some concerns. First, with the growth of the number of restaurants, the town did need to petition the state to increase the number of liquor licenses available in Burlington.
Now, they're site-specific, Corey. They stay with the site. For example, the Burlington Mall, 2 or 3. We've targeted the Burlington Mall. The district across the street over here has 3 or 4. Okay, now those licenses stay within the park, for example. They're not mobile licenses where they can go from here to Cambridge Street or elsewhere. They're site-specific. They've got to stay right there. Northwest Park has 3 or 4 up there as well. So we have some control over the additional licenses that we've applied for.
Second, there is, of course, the elephant in the room, or should I say on our roads, that being traffic.
Well, of course, traffic. You can't talk about development without talking about traffic. But if you look at what the planning board has done and other departments in town, when the developments, when the part of the whole permitting process includes a lot of off-site improvement. There's a good example right over here on the Mall Road, okay, at the entrance to the district. We've seen improvements along Middlesex Turnpike. It's not perfect. We still have traffic, just like everybody else. But the developers have been responsive to our concerns over traffic.
The restaurants also have a concern of their own. That is, having enough employees.
For anyone who happens to be listening here, if you know of anyone looking for a job in the restaurant industry, please come and see me.
Of course, I couldn't leave Mr. Runyon or Mr. Parker without asking the most difficult of questions. Where do you go in town when you go out to eat?
Well, that's a very difficult question. I try to frequent as many of the restaurants that I possibly can. Obviously, if I ate at all of them, I would be a little larger than I am.
I have to say, I believe I've been to most all of them at least once.
Mr. Runyon and Mr. Parker left us with these comments to digest.
This is a beautiful community. It's a great place to eat. It's a great place to live. I would say take a drive around town if you haven't in a while. Take a look at what's out there, especially down at the 3rd Ave area and the district. Everyone knows the restaurants that have been in town for quite some time, but there's new ones coming every day.
You know what? There's interesting statistic. Department of Revenue, in their latest data, has Burlington ranked number 9 in the entire state in terms of employment opportunities. Number 9 in the whole state. That's pretty impressive.
From the Mecca of restaurants northwest of Boston, going to grab a bite to eat, this is Corey McNeil, 4B News Weekly. Back to you in the studio.